Okay, I've taken the poplar curved base of the table, which is the actual main support of the table, and I've drilled holes in the end of it. I've marked it and drilled holes in the end of it. I've also marked out where my aluminum rods are going to go. I've got my feet ready that will stabilize this, and these will slip right in to here on each side. Of the table, and then we're ready to turn the table over, and we can start to see what the table is going to look like. So you can see that the arch is the main support of the table. The feet help to stabilize it so that it doesn't want to rock or tip over. It's a fairly stable table. The feet also are accentuated with those aluminum rods so that you can see that there are two separate pieces there, and there's a little bit of negative space or air between them. Okay, I've got the Purple Heart under support for the table. The shiplap joint here is glued together now, and it's ready to go. It'll be finished sanded. I've also now drilled my rods for what's going to attach to the arch, and for the aluminum support rods. The aluminum support rods have been cut to length, so we're ready to trial fit this. And we'll trial fit this first, and then we're going to work on the top a little bit. So that's our main support for the table. These rods, you can see, prevent this from rocking, and they also actually counter-brace the curve, and so they're actually working in compression and in tension. So that's ready to go. Once this base is finished, you can see the nice curve of the poplar now. Once this base is finished, we'll attach all this, and we'll glue the feet on, and it'll be ready to go. Now the poplar top, I've cut to length. Cut to its length. It's also got some markings underneath, and it's got some markings on the edge, which I've started to work a little bit with on the edge on that. Once it sits on here centered, instead of leaving it the full thickness of the whole top, what will be happening is I will be tapering the top from thick from the center, where it's visually supported and structurally supported on the table, and it'll taper as it goes out to the end, so the top further reinforces that whole cantilever notion from the center of the table. So the next step for me now is to actually take this, and with a hand plane we're going to work to these lines and start to taper the underside of the top, so that visually, although subtle, it will still make the top appear even more floating like.